Hey everyone, it's Pam Esquire, also known as Your Law Intellect. If you haven't done so already, please like, please share, please subscribe. I thank you to all the people that have subscribed in the last few days. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I look forward to our back and forth commentary in the future. Now, let's get right to it. I know that Bishop Whitehead is known for taking. That's what we've learned throughout the last few weeks. But when I tell you, when it comes to content, he is the gift that keeps on giving. Like, no joke. Every time you turn around, he's out in the media saying something. And because he won't be quiet, every vlogger is having a field day. You'll see it, I'm sure, all through your timelines because he just won't be quiet. What he does is he makes us want to verify whether what he's saying is true because everything seems so fabricated in this whole entire situation. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, let's do a quick recap. The bishop is the one who allegedly was robbed during his service. Okay, and it was caught on camera. Some people don't think that it's real. Some people think it's his insurance job. Some people think it's because he probably owed a lot of people, which we'll talk about. So we've also heard in the media that there's a woman who was a parishioner there who has sued him for $90,000, claiming that he took her total retirement, claiming he was going to invest in her, and he didn't invest in nothing. So he's been talking about her lately. He's been talking about her now that this has came out. He's talked about her. So let's look at one of the videos when he first talked about this lady in the press conference.
Two questions, please.
Bishop, what do you have to say? Did you, based on what the woman in the lawsuit accused you of stealing $90,000 life savings, did you do that? And what is your response?
Well, today, as one of the CBS reporters so kindly brought to our attention, and my attorney also brought to my attention, we gained a victory today. We gained a victory today. Y'all do your own research, but I can't get into the legality of this fictitious claim against me. So we gained a victory today.
So you all hear this. He said he gained a victory today. This is what else he said about this lady that brought this lawsuit against him.
Lord Jesus, we worship you, God. Father God, forgive her for lying. We know that woman that claims she's a parishioner from this church that's lying on the bishop. We know she ain't never been a member of this church. We're praying for her.
So you guys hear this, even in the prayers to God, he's trying to say that she's lying on him. So everybody is lying on him and nobody really knows who he is. That's what he's trying to proclaim. So let's talk about this victory that he alleges that he had. I guess if that's what you want to call it. For him, I guess it is a victory because now he can actually defend his lawsuits this time when he typically never shows up. When he gets sued, as you'll see in a few minutes, he just ignores the lawsuits most of the time. So what he is talking about is we know that he got sued by a lady again that we talked about earlier for allegedly taking $90,000. Now this lawsuit, mind you, was filed in 2021. So throughout this entire time, this man has never even responded to this lawsuit. So what her attorney did, which is what most attorneys do, is you file what's called a motion for default judgment. That basically means that you have failed to respond, you failed to answer, you failed to give any affirmative defenses, you basically failed to participate in this lawsuit. So I have enough information for the judge to go ahead and rule against you. Well, in this case, it appears that this attorney filed a motion for a default judgment, and according to this document, they didn't attach an affidavit or establish proof of service that they filed the motion on the bishop, which is a requirement for a default judgment. Even though they haven't participated, you still have to serve them in all the documents. So the judge said, according to the law there, that if you can't prove that you served them, then the court cannot enter the motion. So again, he won off of procedural deficiency, is what it appears to be. But Bishop, wait 1 minute. Based off of your track record, it is your MO to take money from whoever I guess would give it to you, to not use the money for what you said you're going to use it for, and basically pocket it and do what you want to do, get sued, cause people to utilize their money to sue you. You don't participate in these lawsuits, and then you get a default judgment. So I can understand why her attorney was like, oh, he probably ain't going to answer no way, and went on ahead and did the default judgment. Who knows? He may still do it if you haven't answered yet. But let me tell you guys what I'm talking about. I'm not just saying this to be mean by any stretch of the imagination. This is literally his MO. So this right here is a case against the bishop where he is accused of taking a $200,000 loan with the 25,000 plus he had to pay $25,000 for taking out the loan. And this was in or about, I guess he took it out in 2007, and this lawsuit was filed in 2008. But nevertheless, he took this money out and claimed, according to this document, he claimed that he was using it to open up a title insurance company. Well, according to that lawsuit, he didn't open up nothing. He put it in his pocket, and that was that, according to this document. Again, let's see how this ended. So according to this document, he didn't answer. You see that it says he failed to appear, answer, or raise an objection to the complaint, and that time had expired. And so the court entered a default judgment against him in that total amount of what they requested, which was the $200,000, $25,000, and it was a few costs and interest. So that's just one of the cases. So this one is another one, and this was from an Affinity Federal Credit Union. And he got a default judgment because, again, he failed to appear, as you see at the top, and haven't been defaulted for failure to answer, appear, or otherwise move as to the complaint. So basically, he was sued for this amount, and then he didn't show up because he had taken his loan amount out and never paid it back, and he didn't show up for the lawsuit. So again, he gets another default on May 20th of 2020 in the amount of $68,180.95. So let's look at this document. This is another default judgment that was entered on May 14th of 2021 in the amount, you guys see it, $335,552.20 plus $23.59 in interest. Plus, it looks in a handwritten that you may have to pay other costs such as attorney fees. Now, that was just in 2021. And there are a few more that I have, but I mean, you guys get the gist of it. What he does is the same pattern in MO. So the fact that this individual was able to, and I'm talking about Pauline Anderson, was able to show that she gave him money. She showed in her exhibit that she gave him money. Like, why would somebody just give you $90,000? This is the same pattern. And I bet you, had it not been for all of this publicity that's out here, she probably would have got the default too. But now you're in this defensive mode. So it appears that now you have an attorney. According to your press conference, you said your attorney advised you not to talk about any of this. Well, if you're advised not to talk about anything that has to do with this case, then why call her a liar? Why question whether, trying to get your congregants to say, was she ever a member here? They probably don't know. And why would she lie on you? If you gonna lie, I'm gonna lie to somebody for real up in New York. I'm gonna be like, listen, I was a member of Hezekiah Walker's church, or Donnie or something. Like, what I'm allowed being a member of your church for? Like, come on, Bishop. But since the judge has given him an opportunity to finally to defend this lawsuit, and it looks like he may actually participate this time, then we'll see what defenses that you have. Because this is new territory for you, because according to what I've seen, you don't even show up for court. You don't even show up. You don't even get an attorney to even defend you in any of these lawsuits. Is that because you just know you owe it and you don't have any defenses? Could be. But anyway, this is our part three when it comes to the whole Bishop Whitehead saga. So, what I want you to do now is subscribe, like, share, and we probably end up going live again talking about it. So, either catch me when I go live or I may be over on King Jai's platform. But either way, thank you so much for your time. And I want you to comment below whatever your thoughts are, and I will talk to you later.